There we go. So now we're recording.
Okay, great. Okay, so we'll call the meeting to order. And first item on the agenda is approval of the minutes from our last meeting, which was on Friday, June 11th. I had one edit to the meeting minutes. I think you saw that. Okay.
Got it.
Regarding the National Seashore meeting. So I make a motion to approve the meetings with with the proposed amendment.
I second.
I'll second that motion.
Okay. All in favor of approving the minutes, raise your hand or say aye.
Aye.
Okay, I think we're unanimous. Any opposed? No. Good. So the next item we have on the agenda is the approval of the bikeway route analysis report to the select board. This culminates many months of work. We've had a draft in progress for a while, and it's incorporated everyone's inputs at this point. You've all seen the final version. So the motion is to approve let's have a discussion about it, but to approve the analysis report and forward it to the select board.
I'll make a motion to approve it and forward it to the select board.
So
I'll second that.
second that. Okay, discussion.
Well, I was just thinking, what's the plan as far, I know we've included the public throughout, so how will we also make this available to the public as we're making it available to the select board?
So it becomes a matter of public record. It's when because it goes to the mechanism for that is that we'll present it to the select board. We're an advisory committee to the select board. We will formally present to the select board. It becomes a matter of public record, and it will be available on the town website as a result.
Okay. Should we also include it in our minutes as an attachment?
Yeah, that would be fine if you'd like to. Yeah, I mean, it's obviously a large attachment.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, and we'll have to actually approve it at our next meeting. So the select board meeting's next week, so they'll probably see it that way faster.
Okay.
oh, the minutes, yes, that's a true statement. So the select board has requested that we present or at least speak to the results of the report at the meeting on Tuesday, at their meeting on Tuesday. So I'll plan on making some brief comments at that. But meanwhile, we'll provide the written report to the select board.
Great. And when we provide it to the select board, it'll become available on the website, the town website?
That's the question. In my mind is whether to put it on our webpage. Are you asking, should we put it on our webpage before the select board reviews it?
Well, I'm not specifically asking that, but that would be one option. Yeah, I just am curious what everyone's opinion is on how to, keep all that transparency we've been working on.
Oh yeah,
going.
yeah. Well, no, the transparency is key, and we're certainly doing that. It will be publicly available. I meant more in a protocol sense. If we're offering the report to the select board, quite frankly, it will be in the select board read packet for the select board meeting, and that means it will go into their packet tomorrow. So it should be available. It'll be publicly available tomorrow, is my understanding.
Yeah, we could put it on our page too.
Yeah.
I think it's really great. It's just full of such good information.
Let me talk to the town administrator's office about how they'd like to handle that. And again, the transparency will be identical, whether it's depending on which it's done to. I want to make sure that they give us a head nod on the mechanics of doing that. But either way, it's going to be, it will be publicly available.
Yeah.
And I think that regardless of which comes first, we want to post this to our website as a product of the committee. I agree.
Cool.
Okay, any other thoughts on that, on the motion? So the motion is to approve the report and to provide it to the select board. All in favor, please say aye.
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 Right.
No opposed. Okay. Thank you, everybody. This has been a lot of work pulling that together and doing it in great detail, and also doing it as comprehensively as possible to keep it objective and unbiased. And I think we succeeded in that. So thanks. It's been quite the project. Any other comments or regarding the report, other than our vote here to approve and send to the select board by members of the
Just
committee?
fantastic job, Peter. You put fantastic job by you, by everybody, but you really did a great job putting this together, man.
Well, thank you, and we look forward to making it available for public review, and we certainly anticipate that it would be well received, if for no other reason, just again, because we tried to include as much information, as much relevant information as we can, take advantage of past studies that have been done, so that, following precedents, and really try to capture the information as well as we could in our recommendations to the board. So thanks. Any other comments?
Peter, good morning, everyone. A lot of hard work done there. Thank you for all doing that. I really appreciate it. I think Christy answered or asked the question I did, which is, I have a lot of people asking me when it's available. So I think we got our direction on that. So thank you very much. The only other question I had, and I'm not sure which way you guys went at it, but in light of the meeting in June with the DCR comments on funding, and I think Carlstrom got on and talked about, the usage of the National Seashore. Were any of those incorporated in what you guys were doing, or did you just go with your best suggested route regardless of all that? Because at one point there was talk about just going to Old County Road, Kings Highway kind of thing, but I just wanted to ask you about that, Peter, and just see what you guys, if that was incorporated. That's all.
Sure. Does anybody else on the committee want to address that, or I can? I'm happy to. Go ahead. What was that, Christy?
I said go for it.
Oh, no, we did take that into account. We took the Seashore's inputs into account. And so, as our report will show, we looked at, it goes beyond simply saying, here's the highest scoring alternative. What we did is we took a look at, okay, well, what are the highest scoring alternatives? But even within the alternatives, we looked at different segments between different locations and said, what's the best way to move northward in different areas? As part of that, we also said, okay, well, not only what are the highest scoring alternatives, but what are the highest scoring alternatives that completely stayed outside of the National Seashore? And so we looked at that as well. And we talked to our findings and proposal we make to the select board, looking at both of those, really the absolute best. What route scored best in an absolute sense, and then what route scored best if it excludes the seashore.
And obviously all the input that you got at your February meeting and all along the way, I'm sure you incorporated that too. So thank you for that.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you to the public for all the inputs, because they did factor in, and there were a number of, some people made some really, I thought, some good safety recommendations. And we definitely took those into account and addressed some of those, in fact, in the final report, and they factored into our recommendations.
Okay. Okay, great. I know, obviously funding's a big issue, but I don't think that's on your plate. That's on the Board of Selectmen. So,
Fund, yeah. And yeah, there are a number of different potential streams for funding, and we'll have
Yeah,
to see how that plays out. I know what our committee funding is, and
yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for that explanation and the update. I appreciate it.
Okay. Anything else, guys?
Oh, I just wanted to say it is so incredibly comprehensive, well informed, and well researched. It's such a great accomplishment. I think everyone will be very pleased, or should feel that all their input is considered. Um, and I just congratulate everybody on doing that. And Pete, the hours that you took factoring in every perspective, it's just incredible. So thank you so much. This is really exciting.
Well, I know everybody on the committee spent many days slogging through, slogging along routes and scoring different segments. And there's a lot of manual effort and field work involved in pulling this together. So thank you, everybody. Okay, good. I will make a motion to, well, let me ask, are there any other topics to bring up? And if not, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Okay, all in favor of adjourning?
Aye.
Okay, everybody, thank you very much.
All
Thanks for
right, thank you.